Hello YouTubers, I have a frozen roper refrigerator and I will show you. It has a lot of water down underneath the pans here, just water down here. And this, turn the light on, is all frozen. Icicles here, frozen. That's all frozen. And you can heat your heat gun up and suck all that stuff out, but then you get right to this, right where that hole is, there's a drain that goes down the back of the refrigerator and goes into an evaporator pan that sits on top of the compressor, and then that evaporates. But once that line gets frozen, there's no way of thawing that thing out. So I've got everything out of it. I'm going to take the back off this, and I can show you the back. I'm going to take the pack off that. There's a little cover down there. And then we're going to thaw this thing out. And by thaw it out so that back pan will fill full of water that sits on the compressor, and I'll be able to suck it out with my little shop vac. And then after it's all done, I'm going to put some glasses of water in the microwave and get them hot, bring them down here, and I'll pour it into this pan. I'll pour it right into that pan. I got a little funnel. I can use the funnel, pour it in there, and let that run down to the evaporator pan. And then get that all cleaned out. Probably run some Simple Green or some Pine Sol down there and flush it again a couple times with some hot water. Suck it out with shop vac. Bring it back, put it back together, plug it in. I haven't done it in 8-9 years. I don't run it that cold. I run it, you know, what do I have, about 40 degrees, 42 degrees. I just put my soda in it. And we have some other stuff, and then we have some stuff in the freezer, which it freezes great. So sometimes we get a lot of stuff in there and it gets up against the back wall, and it doesn't defrost correctly. You got to watch on your freezer, especially the ones that we have above. You don't stack a bunch in there or pack it really tight, your freezer, because you can't get circulation around there, and then it just doesn't work correctly, and it doesn't thaw very well. So that's what we're going to do. Take her outside and let the nice heat of the day thaw everything out for us. Alright, I'll bring you back when I have some results for that one. Hello everybody, here it is Sunday. Nice day today. It's about 75 degrees out. A little humid. A lot better. It's supposed to get, I think, a high of maybe 86 or something today. A lot better than the days we've had all this week. I'm kind of in the shadows here. We were up at 100 degrees all this week, so we're back to getting stuff on. Get her done. Okay, I'll take the get her done hat off. So, the refrigerator last night finally thawed. It must have been around 1 o'clock or so. I squirted some Pine Sol in the top, and nothing came out that drain pipe. So then I came back later on, and this must have been about 1 o'clock, and I sprayed some more of that down there, and I heard bink. So I walk around the back of the refrigerator. There in the pan was this piece of ice. It looked like a bullet. So I was stuck in that tube. You know, that tube is only probably as big around as this top of this screwdriver. Not very big, maybe ½ inch, not even that. And that's what that water drains down. Well, there's a piece of ice stuck in there. So I squirted some more down there and it ran through, but I'll squirt some down there for you today, show you that it works. Okay, here we go. And I need to go get something that I wanted to put in here. Where's my... Okay, here it is. There's my Pine Sol. And we're going to squirt that down in there. Alright. And now let's go around the back and I'll show you where that pan is. There's the pan right there. See it's dripping into it? Now that one's not sitting, the compressor's over there. Some of these sit by the compressor, but there's a fan. You see the fan there? That fan blows cold air on the compressor, and I guess the fan pulling air across that dries it out. So a lot of the older ones, the evaporator pan sat right on top of the compressor. Okay, I have this little wire, and I'll show you how I make the wire. You take a piece of Romex, 3-wired Romex. I think this is like a number 12, and you take the ground wire out of it, or you could strip one of the other wires off, but this one's already has the casing off it. Put a loop on it, and what you're doing right here, this thing right here heats up during a cycle and melts all the ice or anything on here. This goes through a cycle every 36, 48 hours, and that 48 hours is set on how many times you open and close the refrigerator. So if the compressor runs for 48 hours, then it goes into a cycle, and that cycle turns on this heater, shuts off the compressor, turns on this heater, and melts any ice that's accumulated here, and then that runs down the pan. So you can see that my screwdriver is, I don't know, probably about 4 inches long. You can see that goes down in there pretty far. I can stick my screwdriver in there all the way up to the, so I can stick it all the way in, all the way up to there. That's where that drain is. So what I'm going to do is take this loop, I'm going to hang it off the back, hang it off this, crimp it a little bit, and stick it down into that hole. So you can watch me do this, and hopefully I don't drop it down the hole. Alright. We're going to get that loop a little bit better. We just wanted to hang into that hole. There we go. Hold it and give it a little pinch. Alright, gotta come around this side. If you can still see it, I don't know. Okay, I gave it a little closed loop. It's hanging down in that hole, and that's what it's supposed to do. So when this thing heats up, it's going to get this hot, and then that's going to thaw anything that's down in there. That's the trick. And that's all she wrote. So let me put this thing back together and get it fired up. Alright, or turned on. We don't fire up refrigerators. We turn them on. Alright, it's back on. Plugged in. Took time, cleaned this all up. Take time, and you know, the refrigerator's at room temperature now, and it's easier to clean plastics when it's room temperature. So I'm going to clean. So, you know, take some time, take some pride in your work. Clean the refrigerator while it's warm. Takes a few minutes, and it's so much more sanitary and healthy for you. So that's it for this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Alright, be nice to your neighbor, and I'll catch you later. Alright, bye.